Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakam, Bakapashim, Jimas, London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, wishing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video, man. Lord, this is just a quick one on this topic here. There's a lot of articles that I've been seeing. I've been trying to re-find because obviously they got the meeting up in Davos right now, and there's different lessons I can make off that, right? So it's just one I caught just now, and you got people out there protesting, against these elites in Davos right now, because they're the elites, they're the wealthy, they're the rich and powerful of the world, right? People that are here are making decisions for the rest of the world and forcing people to, bend to their will and do their agendas, right? But you got people out here obviously protesting that have somewhat of a brain cell as to what these people are doing, right? Not saying they understand everything, of course not, but they know they're kind of abusing their power, okay, forcing people down a road that they don't want to walk, right? Because at the same time, like I said, you got this dude with a placard here, tax the rich, because these men are getting screwed, right? Everyone's being made poor out here, right? The rich get richer, as they say, right? But the poor get poorer, right? And obviously the world, the people in the world are hurting right now. They're in a state of mourning, right? So let me open up with this. This is Proverbs 29 verse 2. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fraud, the people mourn, right? And the wicked are in power. Okay, Job 9:24 tells you that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, that wicked is Esau. Right, scriptures say Esau is the end of the world, right? Esau is this wicked, right? He is the last ruler of the kingdom of men, right? The last kingdom before the kingdom of heaven, right? And he's in power, right? So you got these Edomites here complaining about it because the elites of Esau screw over their own people because they despise the poor, they don't really care about their own people, right? But even they're complaining. That's my train of thought, man. But yeah, these guys are out here, protesting because their living standards is getting wrecked. Okay, everything that they, are used to buying is going up in price. Okay, their food, their energy, right, their clothing, everything's going up in price, man. Okay, but these men, these elites are just getting richer, man, richer all the damn time, right? So they're out there protesting, right? This is let me read this little thing here. This is demonstrators from the Swiss Socialist Youth Strike (WEF) and Greenpeace gathered at Davos Postplatz on Sunday to demand a climate tax on the super rich attending the World Economic Forum meeting. Because like I said, all these ideas that they bring around into law and legislation that affects the poor, you don't affect the rich. You think the rich are going to give up their luxuries? Their slogan is "You will own nothing and be happy," right? But they're gonna own everything, and they're gonna be happy owning everything. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna be miserable owning nothing, right? Because you ain't got the ability to, right? This is So activists had completed a 2-day hike from Kublus to Davos, where they held an authorized protest. Signs saying "Tax the Rich, Save the Climate" and "World Economic Failure" were displayed before 1,500 business leaders, including representatives from oil companies BP, Chevron, Saudi Aramco, who attended the opening on the meeting on Monday. All right, but if you think they give a shit, that's why protesting don't work. Because these men don't care. They're like the deaf adder, man. Right? You stop with their ear. They're not listening. They don't want to. They don't want to care about that. Right? All they're gonna understand is chaos. Right? And obviously they got the means to dispatch you in that case. So it's really a pointless endeavor at this point in time. That's why we wait upon the Lord, right, to dispatch our enemies for us. But But yeah, so you got them guys protesting out there, man, because shit's bad, man. Right, so let me get a few more scriptures. This is Proverbs 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Right? The whole world's in debt. Okay, these rich rule over the poor, evidently. Okay, it's not really a democracy. Right? What goes ahead is what they want to go ahead. These elites are in control. All these things that are going on behind the scenes, man. All right. So yeah, they rule over the poor, and we're servants to them in their society. All right. And so everybody's in debt. So we are the definition of that, man. We're servants. And it's Proverbs 28, verse 11. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, right? But the poor that have understanding searcheth him out. Right. So like I said, some of these guys they're clocking on to what these guys are up to, man, what this really means for humanity, right? And it ain't leading nowhere good. All right, so not everybody see the full picture like we do, because so really we're the ones with the understanding, given to us by the Holy Spirit, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? They don't have the full picture, man. So, but we watch diligently to break down these scriptures and break down the events that are taking place in the earth, man, to let you know what's really going on. But like I said, you got those that these truth movements and stuff that, are letting people know what's going on, and they're out there protesting and doing whatever, man. But like I said, their endeavors are gonna come to naught just because, the Lord ain't with that. He ain't backing them. They don't know the Lord. They ain't doing it in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So ultimately they're gonna fail, because eventually, man, they're gonna those patriots out there, man, they're gonna rise up and try and take on the government, but they might not work out too well. But anyway, yeah. So the rich man is wise his own conceit. Okay, he also thinks he got everything, sorted out, man. Okay, he thinks he got all the answers to everything, man. He think, we're gonna do this to the people. We're gonna exhaust them and fatigue them, with all these things that are going on the earth, and eventually we're gonna hip them, give them the MOTB, and if the Lord turns up, we're gonna defeat the Lord and the angels. He thinks he's got it sussed out, man, but Esau's just a fool, as we know, right? But yeah, these people are onto him anyway. The poor are onto him, all right? It's James 2:6. It says, "But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats." Okay, the rich men oppress us, man. Okay, the rich men oppress the people in the world because they got the power to, and they despise the poor. All right, so we close out on this, right? It's 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. We'll start from the top. All right, it says, he answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Right? So we're drawing ever closer to that day, man. Everything's falling apart. The day of the Lord is coming, right? The end of this world is coming. He sort of thinks he's gonna bring in a new world, right? That is under greater control by him, like forever, But that's not what's going to materialize, man. Yahweh Shai is going to come and establish his world. All right, but these are all signs of the end for this kingdom. Okay, it says therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Right, so that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing the uproars of the people in the world, everywhere, simultaneously happening. So there's great unease in the world, great what's the word, man? I don't know, irritation, for lack of a better word, man. People are frustrated because everything seems to be going wrong in this place. Okay, because it's that time. All right. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. right? So it's all set in stone from the beginning, right? The fate or the future, the destiny of this world. All right. For light as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, the end is manifest, and everything that the Lord said is going to happen is now happening. Okay, and we're just waiting for the final fulfillments of these prophecies that are coming to pass. Okay, the MOTB, right? The World War III, the Yahushai returning with the angels, and America being destroyed by thermonuclear weapons. Like, we're just waiting, and we're edging closer and closer to it, man. We can see it. The reason of why the MOTB will be introduced into the world, because of great turmoil that obviously these elites have created. These WF dudes and their masters. Because not every top dude is there, right? But a lot of these are just puppets and pawns still. They just got a lot of money and a lot of influence, and they run industries that they've been given. But they're still taking orders. So you're gonna have a bunch of different guys there, discussing the next moves and the next things they're going to implement in this world, man. Okay, and expect to see, implantables and all that kind of stuff, come into view on a more mass scale, and it says even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. All right, so everyone that should be saved shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and from within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Right, another thing that was destined and preordained is the elect and who's going to be saved, just as the fate of the world was set from the beginning, and so is the ones that are going to be saved were set from the beginning. Okay, the Lord's elect. Okay, who are the Israelites. Okay, so yeah, man, that's what's going on outside of Davos, man. Like I said, there's more articles and different topics I can do. So Lord, I can find those articles again and do some more videos on this Davos event, man. Because things don't sound good, man. When I was seeing them, they don't look good, and yeah, will make for interesting videos. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom, and I'll catch you guys on the next ancestors on the next video, man. So next time I say shalom.